Hi everyone, my name is Cindy and today is Thrift Flip Thursday and I am going to show you some flips that will inspire you. So keep watching, and so glad that the family has joined me. And if you're not part of the family, oh come on, what's up? Make sure you subscribe, like, save, comment, and I will see you later. Bye-bye. Thrift Flip number 1, a remote control box. The supplies needed include a jewelry box that was $2.99 at Goodwill, black acrylic paint, fabric of your choice. I chose black and white. It's kind of a cowhide faux fabric, a screwdriver, hot glue, reptile adhesive, black beads, Mod Podge, and blackboard spray paint. Now, this was a yellow jewelry box, and it was fun to remake. Now, the first thing that I did was to break it down to the studs, as they say. I removed all of the outside and inside parts except for the mirror. You will see the parts that I am reusing. Once the hardware was removed, I painted it with black acrylic paint, but it wasn't looking just right because it kind of had a shine on it. So what I did is I spray painted it black, just the outside of it. I didn't do anything to the inside. And I took the top and removed the insides. Then I began gluing the fabric onto the box, but I made sure to smooth the glue as to adhere the fabric. And this was a hot glue. If you just put it on there and leave it lumpy, that's the way the fabric is going to look. But if you smooth it out, you have a nice smooth finish. And because I had a difficult time determining where the holes were, as soon as I glued the fabric on, I put the hardware on in that area. And sometimes I had a little bit tough time putting the little tiny little screws in. But I intended on putting the fabric on the entire box. But when I completed the top, I determined that covering the entire box would just be too much. And so I was able to pull the sides off and went around the mirror and hot glued the same fabric around the edges of the strip that I removed. I also had to brush some black acrylic paint around the edges. So now it was time to work on the bottom. I removed the side strips, and that's from the inside side strips, and hot glued fabric to it. But before I hot glued it to the edges, I cut a piece of fabric to put in the bottom of the box. And I used reptile adhesive to adhere a piece of fabric to the bottom. Last, I adhered the sides with hot glue, and I made sure, again, the glue was nice and smooth to avoid lumps and bumps. I completed putting the hardware on, and it was good to go. But I thought it needed a little bit of something else, so I put, I think it was Fix-All, on the beads and put them on the bottom of the box. I think it turned out gorgeous. In fact, it would make a nice gift, but I'm going to keep this for myself because I am going to put my remote control inside. Now, the host for the thrift flip is the Rusted Willow and Rustic Chicks design. The co-host is none other than Crafty Leanie. These amazing women are great crafters, and you really need to check them out and see what they're making these days. And be sure to subscribe, like, save, and comment on their channels. And check out the other collaborators and make sure you subscribe, like, save, and comment to show them some love too. DIY number 2, a metal wreath with rusted jingle bells. The supplies needed include a thrifted metal wreath, and it was only $1.99 at Goodwill. Some rusted jingle bells, these are from Joann Fabrics, and white flat spray paint, and some ribbon. Now this was simple and easy DIY to flip. Now, it was gold in the beginning, but I wanted it white, so I took it out and sprayed it with a flat white spray paint. And the paint was so good, it only needed one coat. Then I had some rusted jingle bells on a spray from Joann Fabrics. And since they were on wire, I cut each bell with the wire still attached and wrapped the bells around some of the leaf stems. I did that until the bells were almost used up. I went one, and then I did two, and then I did one, and then two all the way around. And then I had a few bells left, and I took the ribbon, made a bow, and then I attached some of the bells to the bow. I attached the ribbon to the top with some jute, and I think it brought a little life to the wreath. I hung it on the door and it looks so pretty. Let me know how you would have decorated the wreath. DIY number 3, mirror to table decor. The supplies needed include a plastic mirror. It was thrifted, it was $1.99. E6000 or fix-all, bright gold spray paint, rub and buff, and a gold candlestick. I removed the mirror from the base and took it out and spray painted it gold. And after it was dry, I brought it back inside. I used antique gold rub and buff and gave the base an old-fashioned look. The mirror was adhered to the base. I glued the mirror and the base to a short gold candlestick that they now have at Dollar Tree. I put a candle on top, some Christmas ornaments that I had in gold and red. Just need a little pop of color. And then I had some bottle brush trees that were kind of off-white or beige looking, and I scattered them around. You can decorate it any way that you would like. I lit the candle and wow, it looks so beautiful. I am going to do a Christmas tablescape, and I think that I might use this as the centerpiece. And it just shows you don't need to spend a lot of money to make your tablescape sparkle. And DIY number 4. This is just something I guess you really wouldn't even call it a DIY. Supplies you need are a Christmas ornament, and I got this last year at Goodwill for 99 cents. Ribbon to hold it and some rub and buff. So, like I was saying, I found this ornament last year at Goodwill thrift shop. I only paid 99 cents for it, and it was perfect, and it did not need any help to flip. However, everything looks good with a little rub and buff on it of antique gold. But even before that, it is beautiful. And for this one, because it is heavy, I am just going to display it. And you will see how I style this one. Well, that is all Z9 Designs family. Make sure you subscribe, like, save, and comment. I would love to have you join the family. And those who are already part of the family, I really appreciate your support and kind comments. Thanks a bunch. And keep hitting that subscribe button so you can be entered into the drawing when I reach 1,500 subscribers. And remember, one word frees us of all the weight and pain of life, and that word is love. See you later. Bye-bye.